Okay, what's going on, guys? Oh man, I'm kind of pumped. Give me a second here to get this going. Stick around for this one for a second, because I'm so pumped about what I just figured out. Okay. Hey, look at this. We got people on Twitter X today. This is super cool. If you're on Twitter X, just drop me a little note. I'm gonna go look. I haven't been able to fully get nobody can get Twitter X integrated with the proper live stream, so your comments don't show up on the screen and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's too bad. But we're here. Okay, so check this out. We're gonna turn down the music. We'll just go audio. Okay, so I can't even tell you how pumped I am about this right now. Let's see if I can get this running. Okay, it's going to be a little bit awkward, just the way that I've got to kind of place the camera. Okay, so here we go. This is what I've been working on. Okay, so I was like kind of in I don't want to say a dark place, because that's like a little bit dramatic, but people know I've been working on this piece, working on this project every day, trying to put something out. And, my original idea was just like quick experiments, get stuff out the door. But truthfully, just once I started telling the story and started, really kind of diving into like the way I wanted to tell this, I kind of couldn't. I had to stick to what I was, what was kind of developing in my head. So the problem with that was that it really puts a lot of pressure on the quality all the way through, but just like keeping up the story and the pieces, as opposed to like, 30 random NFTs, which is what it was originally going to be. Okay, so all that being said, I took a little too much time on this one, but I really wanted to get this running, and I'm so pumped that I did. So this is the current scene. I'll just give you a quick tour, and then I'll show you the actual animation. So we've got this little setup here. It's very simple. There's no like seating or anything. It's kind of just picture like a movie set. So the camera's here, and I've got this character in the window. We've got the sun coming through. We've got the earth in the background with like a little bit of atmosphere. And we've actually got real terrain data from the location of my last piece. So from where I did the rocket launch. We are a couple, maybe 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah, like we're pretty high. We're pretty high above it, but we're straight above that spot, as if we're in a rocket. Okay, so I kind of messed up my camera now that I realize it. I think I may have moved it when I didn't want to, but I can kind of set it up. Okay, so I had this all running, and if you take a peek, I have kind of this like camera shake going, as if like the rocket's moving. And everything was good, but the problem was this stupid expression on this face, which is my metahuman. So I've scanned myself, brought it through, converted it, brought it into the scene, and the super expression was just like static, and it didn't make sense. So I've seen this before. I've looked at it. I just have never been able to get it up and running. But finally tonight I got it running, and what it is it's called Live Link Performance. So I'm going to show you this in a second, but if you take a look at this character, I have on my phone an app that's running right now. And as soon as I face myself, we're going to hopefully see this come to life. So there it is. So there we go. I've got head movement. So with the lighting coming from the outside in the helmet, and I've got actual full facial animation. So I can wink. It's a little bit it's a little bit slow because it's coming in an actual real time, and I'm on Wi-Fi, and apparently I'm going to do this as a separate project. You can actually connect this thing live, like via an Ethernet, like to my phone and then to the PC. And I should be able to get real-time performance. Like I should be able to record a video, like a live stream with my character, and it should come through. Like probably if you're watching the stream right now, you'll see pretty close, right? Like it's pretty close. It's just a little choppy. It's not quite perfect. Also, just the way the scan is going right now, like the location matters. So I can look at, I guess I would have to kind of look at, think about it. I'd have to look over. I'm pretty much looking at the camera. My eyes are a little bit messed up, but pretty good. You know, and just because I've got this effect with the helmet, I can eventually rig this up to my head, you know, because it's sort of a, just trying to think of like, if you were in this, you would have the movement of your shoulders and stuff, but your actual head would be locked. So my movement in this thing, I believe, would be, I actually don't know. I'd have to look that up. I think that you would have freedom to move your head inside of the helmet to some degree. Maybe it would be very limited, but I don't think like everything would be moving, you know, like your whole body. I think you would have some facial movement. Now your head would probably be locked in, so you'd have to kind of, you know, be careful. So anyway, the long story short is that I'm pretty pumped that I got this running. So what I'm going to do is just kind of document it on the live stream. I'm going to record a take, and what a take is essentially me filming. Just going to save it for a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film like almost like me pretending, like I got a basically a 10 second, yeah, 10, probably like a 20-second animation. So the idea is I'm going to record me just pretending to be like, there's really nothing to this. Like I'm just going to pretend like I'm in this rocket, like probably move my head a little bit like this and just like, I don't know, look around a little bit, just have like very slight head movement, as if I'm just sort of like going up in the rocket. I don't think I want to look out. Yeah. And then I could potentially at the same time decide to animate like the helmet and stuff. But again, like I've been working on this for a couple days, and it opens up like a huge door for me in terms of being able to rig, like potentially rig this helmet up to my face and then have my face movement happening at the same time as the head movement. I don't know. The whole thing gets like really exciting to me at this point. Now that we've made a transition over to Unreal Engine 5 for this project. So we're sort of now going to try to do as much as we can in Unreal Engine 5. And cinematically, I think this looks really good. So here's a cinematic still of just it with my face still in the image. So this is just like a Photoshop edit of what it looks like. And then this was the last one I did in DaVinci Resolve. So you get an idea with a little bit of music even. Let me just pause this and I'll turn the music up. This is what it's going to be. It's just, there's no face movement. So check this out, right? On the left-hand side, second. So let's go shift. I can just put this down for a second. Right. Yeah, here we go. So this is like the sequence as of right now. Right, so we got like a little bit of music. And like the only thing I was really missing for this right now, as you know, at least as it stands, was just to have like a little bit of life to the face, you know, because you're kind of locked in if you're in a you know, you go into orbit, you're locked in, so you're really not moving your face, your body. And I have a bunch of references for this. I was looking at like this, you know, like these guys they're locked in. So you can see it kind of here. He's got, you know, obviously the microphone, and she's moving her. You can kind of see it here. She's moving her head. So there is head movement. It looks like, you know, you're kind of like in a football helmet. So you're kind of protected from moving your head a lot. And you're kind of like locked in, but you can move your head. She's got a pretty good head movement. He's got a bit of head movement, but the actual rig is not moving, which is what I want. And then, yeah, I was looking at a whole bunch of stuff, and then including, different cinematics and sequences. And it's got me pumped because like I have the components now, and I think once I get this whole helmet rigged properly into, like, being able to move with it, and then, I'm going to potentially put like some cameras on the outside, maybe just remodel the helmet a little bit. I kind of like, I'm saying this before, I really like the look of this one. And I like the reflection of these, and the lighting of this is kind of cool, but kind of combination of these two. And then once I have that all up and running, I think potentially I can pretty much animate anything. So I can have head movement, and I can, I think there's even some tools to capture full body movement. So I could set up a camera in here and actually like act something out, and then bring that into Unreal Engine. And now learning how to like do a take and actually record it and bring it in. So it gets really, really exciting. And then cinematically, like all the lighting and camera movements and stuff is really cool within Unreal Engine 5. And I actually have a workflow now. I was working on this as well before, was another big thing. I was working on, a little bit better approach to bringing stuff in from Unreal Engine. From Blender. So I have this, full-blown spacesuit here, which I didn't model myself, but I purchased with a commercial license. And once it loads, just to give you an idea, right? I went and I actually readjusted everything. Like I put this thing on a rig so that we can close it, which is pretty cool. The suit itself is from the SR-71, which I really dig. Big, flight, and just generally, I don't know, the whole thing makes me happy. So this is kind of like my model space suit for what I'm picturing. Haven't decided about the color and stuff yet. I think I might end up, adjusting the color to make the whole thing white. What is it in my scene right now? Yeah, you kind of like the yellow. So I don't know. It's cool. I think I'm just going to kind of go with it, and then maybe I'll adjust it as I go. But, we can put a patch on here for the country. Maybe we can change the green design to, whatever country it represents. Again, we can always change the color, but it's really like meant for, airplane flight. But I just think it's so cool that I feel like it's a perfect kind of template for what I want to do. And I actually really like the idea of having like, the extra clear or the full tinted. So yeah, we got like a setup now to bring this all in. So I've got that kind of nailed. That was the first thing. I've got the background environment nailed, which was difficult to get right with the atmosphere and like the actual landmass and stuff. And what's kind of cool about this, if we go to our camera, we actually have depth of field running right now. So if we take a peek at our camera, which is an IMAX 70mm, 50mm prime at a 2.39 crop. So it's a cinematic setup. Let's go to the focus. So right now we're on, we're focusing on this plane right here. So actually we can adjust this slightly, right? So it should actually be right on my eye like that. Or actually probably even right there. And then let's see if we change the aperture, it goes darker, right? Which we're gonna fix this up in post, but there's also changing the depth of field. So I'm at 4mm or 4 aperture right there. If we went to like a 1.4, we could do this, and then we could go in and we could change the post-processing for the exposure, right? So now we have even more depth of field outside. So it gets crazy. Honestly, this sort of gets to me like really, really fun. at this stage, because as much as I love Blender, there you go. So you can see like these, even these things coming in, these tiles, this is Google 3D tiles, are not the best quality at this level. And I think that's mostly just because it's probably a loading situation. So they are out here. See, yeah, they sort of do this. I probably can actually fix that. Just bring those tiles and just bring in there's a way to turn off the Fulstrom culling. I think that'll do it. I think they should load now. I think something's wrong, but I'll let this load back in and see. Something's not quite right. I like to get, maybe it's just the lighting. Let me just check one thing. There's a lit, where is it? Oh, it's interesting. I don't know what is causing the tiling situation. Feels like it is. Hold on a second. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna, obviously for this, I only need this one little view. So you don't really notice it. So maybe I shouldn't stress too much about this right now. Because it's kind of whatever's in the camera, it's what's bringing in. But there's nothing, there's nothing complicated about this camera. It's just like a straight shot, which I got to get this out and done now. So I'm going to do this in a second. I just wanted to see. Okay, so let me go back to what I was at before, just sort of for demonstration. I want to go back to the 4 aperture, maybe even 2.8. And then we'll bring, 2.8. And then we'll go back to exposure and bring it down. Maybe back to 4. Yeah. And then bring the exposure back up a bit. Yeah, so anyway, basically this is the shot. It's just sort of kind of a camera movement here like this. And I think that's probably all we really... maybe we'll go... What's 24? We'll go... It says 24 frames a second. 15 seconds. 360. 20 seconds is 480. So we can go to 480. So we'll go to 480 frames. And just like what's amazing about this to me, and what's something that I've just, it's just been always on my mind. I just haven't been able to get out of it, which is the rendering. The fact that I can just render this is very fast. Like I think it was only a 15-minute render to render out this whole sequence, which in Blender, this would take like 8 hours. So, just to get like that style of render with some cinematics, and it's a start, right? It's pretty amazing compared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a take, and the idea is going to be, I'm just going to for 20 seconds, I'm just going to kind of face the camera, and I'm just going to try to just mimic potentially what it would be like. I'm just going to kind of fake, I think, a little bit of movement. It's going to look kind of funny. And then I'm just going to record it on here as a take. And then you can see now, as soon as I bring my camera up, it still blows my mind, to be honest, that this works. That I can just have like my phone sitting here and, I don't know. It kind of blows my mind. So, let me try this. I'm going to try to do this from scratch. I kind of did this before. So let me just see if I go into a take. I think I can just do a take from here. Okay, let me just try this. So I'm just going to bring this away for a second. I'll bring this closer. I'll do it facing the camera over here. And then we're just going to try to add a little thing and record. And we're going to see, we're going to see how this works. So let's test it out. So 20 seconds starting now. Okay, let's see. So I have a take. Okay, now let me remember how I did this. So now I think I have another take. I think my take is here. And I think this is going to be it. Okay, so it's a little jarring just to watching it back. I think the eyes closed thing is definitely really good. So I did it right here. So I think kind of like having that face and then opening up the eyes, I think is kind of cool. And then I think generally it's just I was a little bit over dramatic with the face movement. I'm not going to get the actual, if anything, I could do that afterwards. Well, I mean, the camera's moving, so I don't really think I just think I need to do like very basic face movement, and I think the eyes closed. Maybe I could do a little look over to the right. Almost looks like I'm crying. Okay, so let's do one more again. So that's how that works. That's pretty crazy now that I think about it. So it's just simply, I hit a take, and I think I can even initiate one maybe from here. No, I guess that saves it locally. So you can see I'm on take 3. So it's kind of got you all set up with a scene and a take. It's crazy. It's just like a movie, right? And I think I can even get the audio out of this. I have to look at it. So if I want to do like a whole performance, like I had kind of done in the first episode, just in the first episode, I messed up because I was trying to get body movement at the same time. And when I did it, I ended up breaking the face movement. So I ended up looking very robotic. But I think that if I did that one again, I think I could do the face perfectly now. And it would work really well. So, Okay, let's give this another try. I'll start with the eyes closed and then go from there. Okay, that should be good. All right. So now we go into the sequencer. We should have take 3. And now it should see, looks like a... Okay, so see, it kind of starts like this. Okay. It's a little jarring. Like you can see, like when I go here, that's not bad. There was a spot, like see that right there? Right? Like it captures that and it jumps. Now, I know you can do, like I can go into a sequencer and I can like actually like adjust that. So maybe that may be worth trying because it does like a quick... Wow, the eye closing is what blows my mind. Like just the blinking, right? So I think we should try this with the camera shake and just see how it all looks before we jump away from it. So now I think I go in and I bake this animation. I think what I got to do is grab my metahuman, bring it into the sequence. I unlock the sequence, bring in my metahuman, get rid of... I'm trying to remember. Get rid of the body. And I think I can do it right from here. I'm trying to remember. Bake. How do I bake this again? No. How do we do it? I just did it. It's like one step. Bake animation sequence. I don't remember. Okay, well let's just try it. I can't remember whether it's going to if I had to apply that yet, or if it's just going to pick it up from here. I'll just have to trial and error. And the idea is like, this is just a simple sequence. Now, like my camera was already set up, it just sort of worked this way, but it really is it's an actual, just like a pure performance. Like if I was to show you the bake sequence, I think if I go to content, I think metahuman face, can't remember where that gets saved. I guess I should know because I just did it, right? So when I hit bake animation sequence, I put it in metahuman common face for some reason. Okay. So metahuman common face. I don't know why I put it in here. Uh-oh. I feel like this probably broke something now. Hey, Build and Go. Appreciate it. Feels good to get this far at least. Okay, so yeah, so look, there it is over here on the side. So you can see what it did was it just took this very kind of scary looking, but very simple, like, no hair, no beard, just the pure face from the metahuman. And it just baked in the head movement, and it baked in, although just, no, there's the face stuff is not there. So I actually don't know if that's let's just try it. Okay, so we'll go back to our sequencer, and we'll go to cinematics, and then we have this sequence. So this is the one that we had before. Just click off this. Oh, it's kind of stuck. Okay, so let's go into face, and then I should be able to just, how do I do it again? Add, is it track? Why is I can never remember this stuff? Animation, here, it should be here. There it is. Okay, so there is take 3. So now take 3 should be there. And you can see take 3 goes a little longer than normal, but it should. It definitely doesn't. So what did we do wrong? Definitely did something wrong. Face, how did I do this before? I don't know if it was here. Here. Luckily, I did have it working before, so whatever I did, I can always go back and... no, it's not there. I must have done something wrong with that animation. Okay, give me a second here. I had a video up that I was following. See if I can get... Where was that video I was following? I think this was it. I just must have missed a step. Chord. Bring the face in. Right click. Bake animation sequence. Save it. Don't change anything. Open it up. Okay. Go to your sequence. Sorry, I'm just watching a video. So you go into the sequence that you go to the subsequence, you go to the face, you hit track, animation. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I definitely did something wrong there. I think, so this was the scene. I mean, it worked here, right? No, it has facial movement, but no eyes. Okay, so let's try to do that again. Okay, so I think I did something there. So I bring the face. Maybe get rid of this. Get rid of the control rig. Okay, you have the face. Track. Animation. Okay. So here, animation. And then it shouldn't be that. It must be this one. No. That can't be right. Okay, so they brought it in. Cinematics. Okay, hold on. Go to the subsequence. Open it up. Which I have. This is the actual... There it is, right? Face closed. Which I did. Delete that. Okay, I guess it's just this. Right click, bake animation sequence. So let's put it in, we'll put it in cinematics. And we'll call this Scoble Take 3 Animation. Okay. Okay. Okay, so when this is done, we're going to open it. Okay, so now let's see. That looks good. Head movement, eye movement. So something I did wrong before. Okay, that looks good. Let's close that. Okay, that now we should be able to go into the content browser. We should be able to go into my regular animation. And now I should be able to go animation, Scoble. And it should be this one. Okay, let's try that. There we go. There's no face movement though. Okay, because I did something wrong. Oh, I know. I think I know what it is already. Okay, hold on. So okay, hold on a second. I don't remember doing this before, but maybe I just did it. Something, the face movement's not coming in. Like there's our animation. No, I did something wrong. Oh, damn. Okay, what did I do here? So the animation we know is good. Right? Because I made this sequence right here. And the head moves. Everything's good. Maybe it has to do with where... Yeah, because these are head, head, head. And then it gets into expression. So somehow I have to get all that in. Okay, so then if I go back to... So this is definitely the right animation sequence. So if I go back to here... Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat if there is one. Okay, we're good. So I wonder... So does the face include... Beard, body, eyebrows, face, feet, fuzz, hair, root, torso. So the face should be enough. That's the spot that I'd like to start. Right there. Oh, I don't have that much. I swear though, like I don't remember if... I don't know why I don't save this. When I was testing this before, I don't know if I had head movement. I'm pretty sure I did. Did I have it on the stream? At the beginning, did I play it? Something is off. I can't think of what it would be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I don't know if I should just... Yeah, I think I'll just take a pause on the stream and just focus on getting this working again. Because I find if I'm trying to troubleshoot it while I'm on the stream, I think I'm just going to run into issues, and priority for me is getting it done. So once I get it all done, I may jump back on the stream here to show it. But for now, I'm just going to try to solve this and get it up and running. Okay, so thanks for joining, and I'll be back hopefully soon. If not, I'll be back tomorrow.